We'd laugh at this, kids and cars.
Good morning and happy Monday. Tiffany is off today, so joining me is Andrea Williams. I'm super excited to see her. How's it going?
Hey, Molly, how are you?
I am doing great. We had a chance to chat a little bit last night and catch up on some stuff. And I wanted to
Yeah.
first give you the opportunity to mention a cool thing that you guys have going on with a contest.
Yeah, here at Jammin' 98.3, we have what we call our Jammin' Super Stocking. That kicks off today. So you're listening for the Santa sleigh bells at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. When you hear them, you want to be caller 9 to pick from one of 20 Christmas stockings. They're virtual. And in those stockings are flat screen TVs, tablets, gift cards, all kind of fun stuff. So definitely make sure you're listening again at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. today for a chance to win on Jammin' 98.3.
Whoa, a flat
I
screen
know.
TV and a stocking?
I wish I could play. Yes.
That's
But
super
I'll be
cool.
Mrs.
Okay,
Claus
so
today. So
all right. And again, that's at 11 a.m. today, right?
yeah, and then again at 5 o'clock.
Fantastic. You guys are giving away some good stuff. So
Yeah.
speaking of getting into the Christmas spirit, over the weekend, I talked to my kids about let's watch a movie, and they wanted to watch some throwback. So they picked The Grinch. We watched the one with Jim Carrey. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but I
Yes.
always think it's fun to watch some of the oldies but goodies. And today actually is the anniversary of Frosty the Snowman. It first debuted on CBS back in 1969, and every year since then, so it's been 51 years, that TV special has aired, which is pretty incredible.
It is. That's longer than I've been on this earth. But I always remember him going, Happy birthday, when they put that magic hat on his head. So happy birthday, Frosty.
I know. Do you have a favorite TV special of the animated kind, or a Christmas movie, holiday movie that you love?
Of course, who doesn't? I mean, there are so many to choose from, but like Frosty the Snowman, and I've seen that a trillion times. But Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, that's probably my favorite animated. I'm cute. She thinks I'm cute.
I was just gonna quote, that's my favorite. She thinks I'm cute, and he's like running around, which is so
Yes,
cute.
and that's the funny part that we know the lines. We've seen them so many times, but you still watch them over and over because it really does help put you in that holiday spirit.
Yeah, and I was reading something. We talked about what psychologists are saying, especially this year with the pandemic and the holidays, and people just not feeling as much in the spirit as in years past.
Yeah.
And one of the things, because I wanted to transition a little bit and talk about stress, because a lot of people are feeling stress around the holidays. I think, again, this year it's different than in years past, but there was a survey that said 85% of people say hosting Christmas is very stressful. In fact, I can't get over this. 10% of people think hosting Christmas is more stressful than even planning a wedding.
Wow, it's not that serious, people. But well, maybe if that's the most stressful, people can have some of that stress taken off of them because, of course, we're told not to have the big gatherings this year due to the pandemic. But I was reading up some stuff. They said that pre-COVID, just like the hosting thing, excessive commitments, like telling everybody you'd be here and you do this, you'll do that. That was a big stressor. But I think more than ever this year, you've got the financial pressures and then even the last minute shopping. And now they're saying avoid going into stores if you can, go during the off hours, do curbside. So to me, that's stressful. Like,
I think,
I don't know.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think so too. And I think a lot of people want to shop local this year in particular because they want their community businesses to stay in business.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing is so many of them, so many retailers, like I think about even Faye's, she has boutiques, and some of the stores that I see around my town is that they're making it more convenient than ever. They're posting catalogs on their websites. They're doing the curbside pickup. They'll do free wrapping, things like that. But it seems like a lot of people are trying to, not just reduce the stress by giving people lots of options, but making it affordable and enticing for people to shop local.
Well, it's needed more than ever, and we can't emphasize enough that we have to, totally support our local businesses. But those last minute shoppers in years past, you can't order stuff last second. So get on it if you can.
That's right. So something else that today I mentioned Frosty the Snowman anniversary. Today is actually also National Letter Writing Day, and it got me thinking because I was recently writing some thank you notes that I still have to mail out, but they're all written. And I was thinking that's the one time that I still think most people feel that a handwritten note is indicated is if you're thanking somebody for something. But I just feel like young people today, they're like, why would I write a letter when I can just email them or text them?
Text is more like it. It's
Yeah.
like the text for everything. But I agree with you. I think that a handwritten note for to say thank you, it still goes a long way these days. And then when you think about writing letters, today is also National Remembrance for Pearl Harbor. And think of all those awesome letters that we've been able to hear about that soldiers wrote to their loved ones when they were off fighting. People still hold on to those and they really mean something. They're like heirlooms in some families. So, wait, people can still do the old fashioned stuff when we had the fancy paper and the fancy envelopes and actually bought stamps. We can do that, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's interesting you bring up the National Remembrance Day because I was actually on an honor flight, and one of the things that they did for the people I was with, it was a World War II flight,
Mhm.
but they do mail call while they're in the air on the way back home. And basically, they share with the veterans letters that have been written by their spouse, perhaps, or their children, their grandchildren, their great grandchildren. And honestly, of course, seeing the war memorial was very touching and there were a lot of tears. But when they got those handwritten letters, and some of them shared letters that were written many, many years ago, I mean, it still gives me chills just thinking about it because that meant more to them. I want to say it meant as much to them as seeing their war memorial for the only time in their lives.
Yeah, and you talking about it gives me chill bumps. I've had a chance to interview several of those World War II vets, and just the stories they have. And they are a generation that is dying off, so we have to embrace them and really take in all that they have to tell us about because like I said, they're really in their late 90s, many of them reaching 100. And both of my grandfathers, who are no longer here, both fought in World War II. And I think letters are everything. I really do.
Yeah, I think so too. We ran out of time. I'm going to ask you really quick, and we're going to talk about our Facebook question. Do you have a favorite Christmas cookie?
No, I don't.
No?
I'll eat all cookies, unfortunately.
That's so great. I'm going to share what Wisconsin's favorite cookie is. It's the most popular cookie in our state, and it is the German almond cookie, which I've never even heard of before.
Wow, it sounds good. I'll try it. You gonna make them?
There you go. Yeah, Andrea, it was so great to have you joining us for chat today. You look absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. You too, Molly. Have a good one and happy holidays.
Same to you. You're always so peppy. I love that. Okay, so our Facebook question today, this is our sound off question. What's your favorite Christmas cookie? We'll talk about it a little bit later in the show.